Yep.
Yep. So you can switch to March. When you place orders on ES, you guys know it just picks up March, right? Whatever the current contract is. That's how it gets executed. All right. So the reason why I'm building this one from ES is so you guys can see the levels should be the same. If you look at ES and if you look at this ESC, it should be, I would say, oh wow, there's still a big variance between them.
Is it me or is your streams not loading?
It's fine for me. Might just be
I
you.
can see it.
Okay, thank you.
So we're at 67.33 on this one. Oh wow, there's still about 60, okay, 60 points variance, 50 something. So let's take a look at March. Why is this?
Sorry, I had to share this, but Trump opened up with, "I inherited a mess and I'm cleaning it up."
Which mess is he talking about? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sh-
Politics are just fun. All right, so I'm on ES, and all I did is just look at the zone that we've been in, right? So we've been in this kind of bracket for some time now, and it's pretty massive, I would say, right? So if you think about it, this is our bracket that you're in, and basically we have the taps on the top, and then the CPOC here, we basically are very close to it, and that's what I alluded to last night before I passed out. That we're trying to hold that level, and then if you guys recall one of the watch lists that we did. Remember when we talked about the CPOC and we had kind of like two HVNs and we marked one as an HVN, we called it like a CPOC. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you think about it, you do have this LVN and volume profile, which is sitting between 809 and 815. I would pay attention to this level, right? If you're able to reclaim this level, I would say there's a pretty good chance that you can look at this value here that was built and you can target 68.75. I'll be somewhat cautious around 68.50. You can expect sellers to step in, but that would be after about 40 points up. So you could play that to the upside and you really want to see them regain this level. Otherwise, what do you see? Don't look at this one here just now. Is there another level you guys could utilize for split between the distributions? So we have a distribution at the top, separated by this LVN. Then we have another one right here, right? Separated, I would say a little bit here. Call it something like this, right? And then you have this nasty, I would say, price action on the bottom here. Does everybody agree with that? Anyone disagree, I guess?
I mean,
Sure.
for the distribution on the bottom, could that not be like too technical?
Oh,
maybe?
it could be 100%, but I would not like to trade in it.
I see.
Yeah, because this is going to be, you're going to have one that's sitting right here in between. And I don't be caught trading in this area because it's going to get nasty. I anticipated the sell-off to happen. I would say, I think I was targeting initially the sell-off was to be on the 13th, I said, somewhere around here. And it happened on the 15th, the first one. The 12th is when we had the sell-off here. So I really expected this to happen, and I think we need to put in new lows as well. I don't think we're done with the lows, and I wouldn't be shocked if we are here somewhere tomorrow. And then we'll look at the higher time frame so you guys can understand that. I just want to make sure you guys are at least looking at the distributions and why these zones are fairly important for you guys. So now when you just kind of remove this, let's hide some stuff here. What am I? Sell SVP. So let me take a look here. Let's go PVP for a moment. So here's the monthlies, and I think we talked about this quite a bit, but if I didn't cover enough, we'll cover enough tonight. What did we say about this November value area high last time in the watch list?
I think you said don't be long here.
We said this is not the best spot for long anytime we went above it, right? We struggled, and then they gave you a nice retest, and now you're basically here at the November POC, right? Below that, as we approach this level right here, I would advise that you're doing the opposite of what you're doing here, right? So when you approach this level here, November value area low, I would be looking for opportunities to go long somewhere around this zone here. So this would be your zone kind of looking for long opportunities. Does everybody understand why?
You looked below and failed there twice, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you look below fail here, and they're saying, hey, we believe value is higher. They came back, they gave us a nice retest of the value area low. They're struggling really to find any net new blood. It seems like that a lot of this price action here was driven by what? If this was, this is majority of this short cover. If this was net new demand, what would happen at the previous highs here that you had?
You
Blast
called
through.
They would have blasted through it. So every time they came here, they stalled. And when you think about auction, right? Hey, who wants to bid 6,900? Nobody. 69, nobody. 6901, somebody gets it. And then, I guess they went a little higher in ETH and then they drop it, right? That's telling you that there's exhaustion of the buyers. And what's happening with December? Is there anything interesting in December here? December is usually like this, but this one is especially tight compared to the previous ones, and you guys can go back and check, right? So here's your prior December. What do you notice about December?
The POC is up on top. They tried to go above and then they went all the way to the extreme. And then they did it again, like the 80%
Yeah,
low
sell off.
And then they went to the November value area low, and then they went to the value area high. Then they dipped below it, right? And then it looks like they went to October, and they got bought back up, and then they went above, and then they struggled into February to find the new highs. So can we remember the story? They tried above, they flushed, they went to the value area high, they dipped below November's value area low, they went almost to October value area low, they bounced sometimes in towards the end of the January, tried again, failed, and then ultimately put in new lower lows. Well, let's pretend that we have, this is our October, right? And here's even September. So November, right? They went to the value area highs. They went to the September value area low. More volatility this year than last year, right? Do you guys agree? Because last time they went to October, November value area low, and they bounced. This time they went a little bit more, and they extended that range quite a bit. Then they recovered and they went to the November value area high. So now, if you think about it, here's your December, and you see they recovered it, right? Well, this one is super tight, so if they want to recover, they don't really have to go that far, about 40 points to recover it. And then they could again smash it upwards, right? Where they could extend this range and barcoding that they had in December. But it typically happens when does tax harvesting happen?
December last week.
End of the year. Yeah, December.
Yeah, end of the week. So we can expect something to pop here. You know, considering next week, I don't know why this calendar thing doesn't work ever. So 19th next week, we have some days off, right? From trading. So I would say this could be the week where you get another push down and a sell off. And then ultimately, maybe there's some buying that happens in January, right? And that's kind of what happens here as well. You know, you have January, you start, you dipped, and then they bought that back up pretty aggressively. And then once you lose the January low, it seems like, you know, the bloodbath really started a little bit here. So we haven't really had this happen, and we were in a very similar setup like last time. I would say very similar setup. So now here, you know, if they lose the 63 level or 65, I think it was, ultimately we're targeting another, you know, let's look at the points. From here to here, it's gonna be pretty quick. I think it's gonna be nasty drop. Just a percent. I mean, it's not nasty, but another 110 points to drop, right? And if they can reclaim this top line, then your bets are offline for downplay. Maybe they reverse it and, you know, have another rally higher and proceed. Does that make sense? Higher time frames.
Yep, they're ripping right now.
About ripping, they're just staying flat. Barcoding. So here's your 3 weeks, right? So here's your 3 weeks value, kind of overlapping, stacking. Anytime you go above, you get bought back up. We're below the 3 week balance right now. We're in a really skinny belly, right? And I think this is one of the news events that we had, and they ran this back up. So I would not write off this level right here, which would be a pretty important level, like I would say, to have it from the weekly standpoint. Pretty sure we're gonna tap this, and if anyone's willing to bet a Christmas cake, I'll take it. We're gonna be here soon.
There's a big 4-hour imbalance there, if you look.
Yeah. So let's see what my friend Tom is talking about. Yeah, there's some here. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be visiting this one here shortly. So pretty wide value, right? And then if you're in this value here, I'm just highlighting this value of this profile, and you're getting rejected here. Where do you think we can go?
Down to the bottom.
There's a chance, right? I mean, this is a lot of low volume here. You know, there's a reload here that they had. I would not be surprised that they come about 6,700 and then they catch some bid here. And hopefully it's, you know, after tomorrow that they give us a RTH drop that's nice, and then we are able to catch this, right? So I would expect us to be here, and then I would tighten up. I would close some of my puts here on SPY for January. And that would be then kind of sitting and waiting and see what happens. Not the best time to buy a lot of equities right now. So I would just be very careful of that. Let's look at TPO. So, did anyone read the PDF?
I didn't finish it.
Very good. So, I think the market is telling you something today, right? Especially if you do this and you expand it. Was there a better setup here than to be short? why was the short actually pretty good here? Or maybe even you had better RR in other places, but why could you trust this short here maybe today? Any reason? Just off of,
C period extending, IB,
so you have
below
C
yesterday's
period.
POC. Yeah.
So you went above, you opened above it, right? And then you struggled, right? So let me make sure you guys are. This is one of the setups in volume profile trading. This is our PD value area high, right? And I'll delete it. It's still not PD value area high. But do you guys remember one of the setups on the value? We are opening above.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do we say about this one?
If you open above value, you're leaning bullish. But if we go back inside value and stay for at least
30.
3 5-minute candles, then look for the 80% to the bottom of the value area.
Yeah. So Kilo, I mean, you nailed it, and you went above it, right? You had you have a poor high here. That's an exhaustion as well, and then you also don't really have access on the bottom. Once you got back inside here, and you're not risking, I would say, a whole lot of points if you manage this, to get in. Once you saw the B period's not really cracking and it closed, and C period makes an extension here, if you missed a short somewhere around here once we got in, because they're giving you 80% rule, and in this setup, if you read the notes in volume profile, I say I hate playing this because it can do a lot of reversals, but the best 80% happen within this setup here. You go above, value area is fairly okay, right? I think it was like 30.25 points. So that's, I would say, probably about average right now. You go above it, you're not able to stay above it, and then you ultimately fail. But what happened the day prior that they gave you any clues? Anyone? This day, did something happen here that you could have had some clues that maybe they won't find any acceptance here?
The poor high.
One of them is poor high, which is indicating right here where you have two letters next to each other, right? There's no access. They're just a little bit of exhausted, right? Buyer's exhaustion.
We didn't get a SPICO. The M period maybe kind of dried.
Okay, what else?
Closing below they opened.
You closed below the open, and open was really, on that day, was at the value area high, which you tried to go above, and then what happened in the C period here?
Wow, they
The
went
C,
to the other end of the value area.
okay. So if I tell you the day prior, you opened at the value area high, and today you open and you lose that open again, and the day prior you close below the open, does that sound bullish? And you
Definitely
failed to do a spike as well. They tried to push this, but they were ultimately not successful, which is telling you what about accepting that last push into the day.
Was
It
weak.
was rejected.
It was pretty much rejected. And then when you look at just scan on the ledges, I mean, you have a decent, here you have a couple of letters here that they're struggling. And if you turn on the candles, you'll see that they're really struggling to get above this level. So it's a ledge. They peaked above here, right, again, and they failed with the M period, and they closed back inside the value. And then following day, you open above, and you're playing this setup. Once you lose this value area high, 3 5-minute candles, target the bottom, and look at that. It's gorgeous. Nice drop. You have a lot of single prints which match this level here very close. So ideally, if you're a bull, you want to see something like this, and then you want to see this play out. If you're not a bull, Is this a profile you want to buy tomorrow based on what we're seeing here? Why do you not want to, why are you not bullish tomorrow? So it's a, I would say,
single prints.
it's a double distribution trend day down, right? Profile. And is there anything interesting here?
Or low.
Oh, be careful.
Spike down.
Like,
Sorry.
So you do have a spike, right? So with the spike base here and a massive ledge at this level, I would say, you know, you have 3 letters and then right here you have quite a few, right? So this 84.5 to about 83. If you're able to get over this, right? I don't know where they are after hours. Let's see. So they're somehow holding the spike base perfectly here. If you're able to get above this level and hold it, well, then most likely you're going to be targeting what?
the single prints of the
Value
double
range.
distro.
There's a very high chance you're going to be at the single prints. Very high chance, but now just pay attention to what they're doing after hours right here. They're having a little bit of trouble here. So if they lose this spike base tonight, I guarantee you, you're going to be here tomorrow. And the way this candle is going, it might happen here in the next 30 minutes. Okay. Any questions? This is
You're at
looking
the
pretty
house.
bad.
You're at the house.
I did have a question there. Considering it closed below like the consolidation for the last few days, is that a bigger sign that like it's just gonna dump?
Say it again.
Considering it closed below like the consolidations for the last like I guess a couple of weeks, is
Yep.
it not a bigger sign that it's just gonna dump?
Well, I mean, it means the value is shifting, and especially today. Today was a big shift. Today was another big shift. Every time we went from here, remember, we put in some lows. And from here, the short cover rally is not finding new blood, and you're spent some serious time here. And you're not able to find acceptance. So if you don't reclaim this level quickly, I would say these profiles are going to get tested, and this November value area low, and this could be targeted here.
Gotcha.
There's just not a lot of support between here and here. It's almost like non-existent. So you have this POC, right? The 3-month CPOC that was sitting there below that, and then ultimately, you know, it would be ideal to hit this 6687. But I think it's highly possible that we're going to execute this. You trap the longs, you get the longs excited here again with this bounce, then dump it in their face. Now you dump it more when people get scared and become bearish. That's where we can kind of start buying some calls on SPY as well. If you guys remember, that's what we talked about here. It's just that they ran it so fast. We talked about grabbing, I think, 680 calls on SPY. I forgot, maybe I'm making up some numbers, but we talked about getting SPY calls here and looking for the opposite to play out on the November value area high, if you guys recall. That didn't happen just because the speed that it happened. You're looking for a pullback, and there was never a pullback. So now people that were trapped here, I think they're going to empty out, rebalance the inventory, come back, and then, you know, for a long here or something. But I would size down for the remainder of the month.
Yeah, I can't help but feel more bearish, just given that we broke the balance above.
Yeah, it's not the best look because you're not finding any value right now, and also Bitcoin it's gonna basically die here soon. I posted the other day that it's in trouble, right? And especially if it loses this 50% of here, ultimately we're looking for this to play out. This should be playing out right here. And this is gonna be, Tom, do you know when is Japan announcing their rate cuts?
I don't. I'll take a look though.
Yeah.
I heard on
So-
Twitter it's supposed to be this week.
This week
I
sometime.
think it's tomorrow or day after.
I guarantee you, as soon as Japan announces a rate cut, this one drops.
Rate hike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as they do that, it's gonna drop, I would say this week, 20%. It's just gonna flush and then, coin's ready. Coin's ready for 150s. So 200 for sure. 150s next. Is anyone in SPIT still? I think it's.
Yeah, I have a little.
Yeah, I think it's go time. I think we're gonna go for next leg up here.
Is it a good idea to add now?
I would want them to, if you look at this, consolidation that you're in here, somewhere around here is, the range. As soon as this cracks, and if you see maybe even in 4 hours that we're getting some volume, I would buy that breakout because that's gonna be about $30 run from here to there.
Pan is on Thursday.
Okay, so that'll be, is tomorrow Thursday? What day is tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Thursday, yeah.
And tomorrow is CPI.
Sure. I think tomorrow is bloody day for Bitcoin. I think it will be bloody as soon as Japan is announced. I think something's gonna happen to it. So I'll definitely keep an eye on that. And then for equities, I think we can do a Sunday. We can do a scan if you guys want, and see if there's anything to prep for January, like early second week of January, start buying, or we can do it after the Christmas season. So it's up to you guys. I'm okay if we do it this Sunday because I haven't rebalanced any of my positions yet. So let me know,
Did
and
you
then we can
do anything
schedule it.
with TTD? No.
No, I didn't add. I mean, it's kind of like flirting with a disaster a little bit, just because I don't want to, like I explained last time, I believe I don't want to sit through that drawdown that might happen if it doesn't reclaim this level.
Yeah.
So for me, it's all about this level right now, 38.25. If it reclaims this, we're gonna catch some legs, and then I wouldn't be shocked that we're in a safe positioning, probably like $60 easy, somewhere around here. But we need the volume to come in now, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Did they take it out of the ETF? Did they take it out of NASDAQ?
They took it out of NASDAQ, yeah.
Interesting.
That and
So-
Lulu.
Lulu.
Yep.
Lulu's in trouble too. But it came to our buy zone, and I think they're getting a new CEO. I think they want a CEO from Ralph Lauren, if I read that correctly. I think they lost their ways, but that's just me. I think a lot of people moved on to different brands. And my wife tells me that it's not the same quality. I trust her. So
Yeah.
it's good.
And
That
Snap got a beating too.
I like it. I'll buy some more Snap. Oh man, it's at a desirable level. Oh man, that was a good level to add. They dipped below the value area over here. Oh. 70 cents run in 2 days. Now, I would add, I mean, if they give you, especially if they dip below 698, I'd buy a lot of it. Closed MU at a really high spot. So AMD is
seen
going down a lot.
Have you seen MSTR on a monthly level?
Is this the stock that we talked about last time that does something with
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Feel bad for this person right here. Man.
It's testing the accumulation on the monthly level.
Oh man, you want me to tell you where it's going?
0.
It's gonna be at 90 very soon. There's gonna be news about it soon.
January 15th, their MSCI is thinking about the delisting decision for MicroStrategy.
This is going to. Do they have options? Are they optional?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
they do. They do have options.
We should buy some 90 puts for like March. Like even 50s. Let me see how much are they.
They are like 300, 350.
It's not bad. It's pretty cheap. Actually, might play it. I'm gonna put a reminder here for myself. Actually, in the phone. All right. Believe it or not, I chipped another tooth with my other tooth that got fixed. So I'm going actually tomorrow morning to get that fixed.
Man,
I
you
can't.
gotta
Even,
get an armor.
well, I
Oh my
think
God, the
she's.
hell did you do? How did
I
you
don't
chip it?
know.
Oh,
So I chipped my first tooth off a popcorn kernel. I went and fixed it. They put a crown on it. And then when I was in Madrid, I'm telling my wife, I'm like, yeah, I think I just chipped the bottom tooth where the crown is sitting on top. And she's like, no. And we were actually at the museum, the Madrid museum. And I'm like, man, something sharp is just like there. And she looks like, oh yeah, you cracked the bottom. So I called the dentist, and she thinks I grind my teeth way too much when I sleep, and that I'm damaging them. So she's gonna put me on some special tests or something that I'm taking home after holidays to test to see how much am I grinding.
just
Use
get
a
a
mouth
night
guard, man.
guard. Yeah.
That's what she wants to, but she's a holistic dentist, and she wants to know if my pressure that I'm grinding for is from upper body or lower body. I have no idea why. I don't know what the hell
Oh,
it is.
tell her you're a traitor. That's why.
She told me that she gave me a massage last time in the chair on my jaw. It was the best thing I've ever had. She massaged
Oh,
my
what kind
jaw.
of dentist is this?
Okay, please give the phone number.
I'm telling you, it was the best thing ever. And she's like, how is it? I was like, I think I'm just going to come for massages here. And I got to take a picture of it. She gave me a yoga exercise for my jaw.
Nice.
That explains your replacement tooth being 2,800.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, so let me take this yoga and work out. And then I go to Madrid and I crack the other tooth. So I was like, this is great.
So you
So,
don't
yeah.
have a mouth guard?
No, she's going to test it after holidays to see why I'm doing it first. She's more like, she doesn't like to give you antibiotics. She doesn't even give you painkillers when she does crown. Everything is natural. So
You're
yeah.
in trouble.
Yeah, I am. But
Yeah.
my wife loves the dentist because the kiddos, and here I am tomorrow going to the painkillers for another one. So, but I'll be on afternoon. I'll be on in the morning because it's at 11 o'clock, so I have to leave a little bit early. But I'll be on in the afternoon.
After all the news, anyway. Thank you, Shorty.
Yep. Alrighty. Have a good night. See you guys.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.